Good morning, guys. I wanted to make this video today just to kind of go over the new server when it opens at the end of this month. Okay. Eventually all the channels will be invisible and I will just be left with the welcome channel. You'll have this message here and all you have to do is click on this to verify. Okay, it is just a safety precaution to stop bots and stop raids. We had it before and had to shut down due to this, so not handy at all. So if we do this just as an extra layer of security. Okay, when you get this role, a lot of things will open up, things you already see, things you don't see right now. Okay, you'll have things like the Twitter links and the YouTube links. When I start posting public videos again, they'll all come directly here. Okay, things like my time zone is going to be pretty handy. When I tell you there's going to be a 12-hour close, I mean, you know, at this time for me, so it means that you can work out your own time zone and things like that. We've never really gone over that in the past before, and it seems like a silly oversight on my part, you know, but telling you I can't close, and it might be a little bit confusing when I say times. So yeah, we'll have market summary and things like that, but none of this is going to be open, folks. None of this is going to be open, you know, for the first few months. You know, it's going to open near the end of the bull run, near the end of 2025, because I've just got so much things to do. Trying to keep everyone updated with trades right now, not ideal. It's no good for me, you know. It's too time consuming for me right now. We've got these channels here. Anyone that actually joins will get their own private channel that only they'll be able to see, apart from the guys that will be helping me out that can answer your questions. You shouldn't need to ask questions, but on the off chance you do, you can document everything in these channels. You should be documenting everything anyway, but you know, your charts, how they progress, the success, any notes to yourself, you know, whatever you want to use it for. You got a Hall of Fame, whereas everybody will get one of these daft certificates just of achievement. Okay, we'll just post this for each person per block that passes as we go through, which is kind of cool. Keeps a record of when you passed and what block you were on at that time. Okay. When we get to blocks, we have 8. We have 8 altogether, but we're not talking about 8 right now, okay? 8 won't be paid for. 8 will be given to anyone who makes it down to block 7, okay? You can see all the channels here we have. It's not all just harmonics. Some of these things don't even tie in with harmonics, but some do. Okay, so instead of telling you what not to do, I'm just going to give you all of the information I have in my head about every single thing, show you how it works or doesn't work, and then you can make up your own damn mind, okay? Rather, because usually curiosity gets the better of people and they do what I say not to anyway, so better to at least educate you guys why not instead of just saying no. Okay, that's not helpful to anyone. So we have this for block 1, which will all be explained in the welcome message. Okay, there will be lots of links that you can click on that explains in depth what each of these channels is. Each block has its own chat. Okay, so when you join, you're going to get your chat, but it's only going to be available to the people in your block. So if you guys all start on block 1, say there's 4 of you, right, and only 2 of you pass, then 2 of you will go on to the next block the following month and you will have your own chat, whereas the other 2 will remain in block 1 until they pass. You will not be able to communicate with each other, folks, okay? So if you get to attach to your friends and things, not ideal, because you won't be able to talk to them, at least not through the server. Of course, you can DM and things like that, no problems. But this is just to kind of separate people by ability. A lot of people get distracted. There's a lot of people giving information, more advanced information to the less advanced students, and it gets really confusing and convoluted. It's really not your place to be teaching anyone anything. I know your heart's probably in the right place. You're not doing it to be an ass, you're doing it to be generous, right? But you're usually fucking up the process by default. and that's because you're telling people information that their brain's not really programmed to take in yet because the rest hasn't been explained, okay? And unless you've done A, B, C, D, and so on, you can't go A, B, G, F, H, you know, it's just going to be confusing. It is laid out in a specific reason, okay, for a specific reason, sorry, so please don't mess that up for us. This is why it is set out the way it's set out. I've already tested this with a couple of people as well. The reason it's in blocks is because if I give all of these blocks, all of this information at one, you know, human nature is like, right, I want to be a trader. Let's go to the end of block 7. Block 7, I'm a trader now. So, you know, fuck 1 to 6. It's human nature to do that. You're trying to skip to the ends a little bit. You can't, it's impossible. It's a very complex process, okay? It's been a nightmare to document everything, but it will benefit you if you can just learn it in stage to stage. Now, some of these beginner stages, like 1 and 2, are just basics and introductories. I know some people that might want to join might get a little bit miffed at that because it might be information they already know, but I do guarantee that there'll be information here that you have overlooked or has not been explained in great detail, okay? So bear with us for month 1 and 2. It'll really build the foundations of your harmonic learning. It makes a huge difference, especially people who only trade Scott Carney's harmonics. All right, I mean that's block 1 is going to change your life alone. But people who have been with me for a while now, block 1 and 2 might seem a little bit, you know, slow. But by the time you get to block 3 is going to be talking about how to find up your backup harmonics. Too many people will only draw one unformed harmonic. That's not analysis. Sure, it might be good if you get that one harmonic, but it's not enough. It's really not enough, okay? A lot goes into this, a lot more than people realize. Block 4 is going to be about pattern tradings. Now you might think I know how to trade a fucking head and shoulders pattern. This doesn't just tell you the basics of how to trade these, okay? This is with harmonics implemented. So this is to show you how to spot fake head and shoulders or fake cup and handles and how to trade them, whether they are or are not. If they're not, they will be a harmonic, okay? And this shows you how to spot the difference, okay? Moving down, block 5, a very important one is the market summary. This was the worst channel for me to do because it is very hard to tie in 20 charts and the correlation of each. I managed it, but I was procrastinating for quite some time, to be honest. I was really putting it off. Market strength here is basically me showing you how to draw a bullish market summary, and market weakness is how to come to the conclusion of a bearish market summary. All of these charts are what we use and why in between, okay? Block 6 is going to be when things really change, okay? Blocks 1 to 5 is you getting the basics of analysis down, okay? We slow you down, we keep you going, and we get the analysis perfect. Block 6 is the potential reversal zone, the most important thing you can do. This is where we will be entering trades, okay? We mostly only enter PRZs now because the system is now complete, okay? It's much more advanced than it was when I was helping people, you know, 18 months ago, 2 years ago. It's complete now, 100%. So we only need to trade potential reversal zones. So we have this. So that should take a full month because it's, for me, I would say not too complicated, but it's me that made the damn thing, you know. It's probably going to blow some minds. I know a lot of people kind of struggle with it. Easy for me to say, it's not so bad. And block 7 is the biggest block, okay? And the reason it's the biggest block is because block 7 is full on how to trade everything. So there's a hell of a lot of information in this block. This will probably take multiple months to take in and make it useful, but that's not to say that you need to subscribe every month. You know, you just need to practice after that. If you get to block 7 and you think you know everything already, practice, practice, practice. You don't need to join or to pay every month. No, if the information is already in your head, then just go for it and get back in touch when you're ready to move on, you know. It should take quite a while to go from, you know, an analyst to a trader. They're not the same thing. They're two separate entities. You need to be a good analyst to be a good trader. Okay, so we learn analysis first, trading last. It only makes sense. Okay, now anybody that joins this server, anyone's welcome to join at all. I know a lot of people don't really get on with me because my personality is quite abrasive. I'm not going to apologize for that, okay? But anyone's welcome to join. It's not about me. It's not about our relationship. You know, it's about the information that you can learn, and anyone's welcome to join and learn that. You don't have to be in the Discord talking to me. I don't really plan on being there in a social aspect anyway, folks. I'm not going to be interfering. The information is there for you to learn at your own pace. You don't need to speak to me whatsoever, and I'll respect that. It will not faze me, I promise you. Anybody who joins on February the 1st is going to get what's given a first batch role. The first batch role you're going to have permanently. If you subscribe the first time, you get that role on February, okay? That'll never leave. So even if you only stay a month and disappear, you're still going to have that role, okay? So what does that mean for the first batch role? It means that the price is never going to increase. My Discord is not complete right now. My method is complete. But the Discord itself is not. So the price will be going up sometime in the second quarter. It'll be going up at least 100%. The original plan was 150%, to be honest with you. So the price will never increase, and as I say, that rolls with you forever. Anytime you want to sub, people will check your rolls and then they will give you the price accordingly. That will never change, even if it's only for 1 month that you join, okay? The benefits for the first batch roll, you can see here, you will have a first batch live. Okay, so this is even if you're not subbed after the first time, you will still have this, where I'm going to be going over weekly lives, whether it's going to be trading or market summary. I'll record it as well, okay? I've got a first batch channel, yeah. So for those who can't join because of time zones and things, anything I record, I will be posting in this channel. And you guys will be the only ones that can see that, bar the boys that are going to be helping me with this server, okay? So that's pretty handy. There'll be, as you can see, there'll be some altcoin analysis setups that will be posted here as well. We'll be doing as frequently as weekly with the market summary. Conditions pending, of course. I mean, if it's a really slow market and nothing's happening, I'm not going to really post an update. You know, I'm going to post something when there's something, which is 90% of the time, but just don't expect it to be weekly. If the market's shit, there'll be nothing to say, okay? It's as simple as that. You'll have the first access to new material. I am not teaching per se anything else. I have no right to teach anything else, but you'll have the first access to everything else I am learning, and as I am learning, I am building channels. As you can see here, I've started with Elliott wave theory, okay? These will all be full within the next month or two, so that'll be maybe by the end of March. I'm going to have a full Elliott wave breakdown. As I say, I am a student myself, so I cannot teach you this. I can only share the information that I am using. I will write it all out like all of these other block channels that I've done. But if you ask me questions on it and ask me to teach it, it's not my place to. As far as I'm concerned, I'm an expert in harmonics. There's no question about that. I can answer anything. But when it comes to other analysis, Elliott wave in this case, I can't, at least not yet. I can only give you my assumption, and unless it makes me a hell of a lot of money through Elliott wave alone, I have no fucking right to teach you it, you know? This is where people keep going wrong. So many people try and teach harmonics or teach this and teach that, but they're fucking broke. They have no goddamn money. So it's like, what the hell are they teaching you? If they can't make it work for themselves, how the hell are we supposed to make it work for you? So be humble. I don't know Elliott wave. I can only share my assumption of it so far, but this will be full. After that, it will be Wyckoff and the market maker model, okay, which I know I always say about ICT being bullshit, but I also say Scott Carney's full of shit, okay, but his harmonics were still correct, at least drawing them. He doesn't know how to trade the damn things, but you can't take it away that he did find some harmonics, okay? So there's some truth in every analysis. My plan is to pick apart every single type of analysis over the next 2 years. And once that's done, I will be adding it to all these channels for the first batch crew to see. Eventually it'll be open to everyone, but that won't be for a couple of years anyway. So you guys will have access to all of that, and eventually I will build more blocks to learn what I have used to tie in with my method. Okay, so these blocks are only my method. Everything I know, everything I've taught myself, everything I've figured out myself, it is all my own work and how I tie it in together. So these channels down here, they'll all be accessible, but eventually I will build new blocks where I will start implementing these to make my strategy better if possible. So that, I think, pretty much covers the breakdown for everything for this Discord. Basically, if you do join in February, you'll get the most benefits. After that, I won't be adding that batch row anymore. This is mostly down to me having to build these channels for every person, okay? I would rather get it out the way at the start instead of having to like build 3 or 4 here and there. The least amount of time I spend on Discord, the better. My time should be spent charting, to be quite honest, okay? Because that is what I am good at, charting, trading and updating. So if I'm having to do all of these channels all of the time, it's a bit of a distraction. I'm hoping I can get a lot of guys in on the first and then just build your channels and then it's done. Okay, a couple of guys can help me manage them after that, so my involvement won't be as much on Discord. People that join for block 1 and if you pass and get into block 2, I'll be around, February and March. It'll be around April and May that I'll start to step back a little bit, as I'll be moving country, so I will have a little bit of availability for anybody who joins for these first 2 months. I'll be able to help direct you, ensure you get a pass kind of thing, get you onto block 3 as early as you can. But that's it for this. A little update on the Discord, folks. Taking me months to make. I still have a bunch of videos to make that will be ready by the end of this month, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'll hopefully see you guys on the inside. Good luck until then, folks.